Hi, brothers and sisters. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing really good. Welcome to my channel. This is Minutes with Nisa. A special welcome for those, if this is your first time watching, welcome. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. And if you have subscribed, thank you and welcome to the family. Yes, thank you for my recent subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks to those of you who went and purchased t-shirts. I so appreciate that very much. Thank you. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I pray for you daily. But anyway, I just want to, how are you guys doing? How are you doing? I mean, it's the new year. How's it going for you? I mean, I know there's a lot going on. It's the new year and already we have talks of war, there's a fire in Australia, I think. There's a lot of stuff that's going on that's not all good at all. And it's just the start of the year. Yeah. Anyway, so I just want to come and give you some words of encouragement. It's like we know from the word that it's gonna be this way. We know that in the last days, it talks about wars and rumors of wars, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. We know that that's going to happen, so this is not a surprise. It's only going to get worse and worse during these last days. So yeah, I just wanted to come and touch on that a little bit for a moment. We're going to look at the last days. This is in Matthew. Christ is talking to his disciples about what to expect and then in the last days. In Matthew 24, he talks about it. He said, you will hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled. So they're like, hey, there can be wars, there can be rumors of wars. Don't be troubled. Don't be troubled. For all of this must come to pass. It must come to pass. It must happen. But the end is not yet. For nations will rise against nations, kingdom against kingdoms. There will be famine, pestilence, earthquakes in various places, and these are just the beginning of sorrow. This is just the beginning of sorrows. I mean, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. So yeah, and I just want to talk to you about that. It's like, they said kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. In our country, there is so much division. So much division. It's horrible. It is horrible. I mean, we have people fighting. We have Republicans against Democrats and vice versa. We've got Christians against Muslims. We have Jewish people getting attacked. We have whites against blacks. It's just horrible. So much division. And a lot of it is people who say that they are Christians. I mean, that was really getting me. Christians with so much hate in their heart. It's like, wow, really? You say you're a Christian, but what, you have all this hatred and dislike for people? That's not Christ. That's not how he behaved. No. But I see it's so much division, especially in the church. I mean, I don't get that at all. That God is not pleased with that. He's not pleased with that at all. He expects more from his people. A lot more. And I've seen it so much lately. It's like people are against each other because different political parties. Democrat, Republican. There's no Democrat, Republican in heaven. I mean, y'all are fighting about who voted for who. They don't like you because you voted for this person or you voting for that person. Come on, really? You're gonna fight about that? There is just too much that we can do together than apart. Like they say, united we stand, divided we fall. That is so true. As long as we stay divided, we're going to fall. This is a diversion of the enemy. He wants us fighting each other. He wants us, we're doing his job for him. We are doing his job for him, this fighting. You know, we just set aside, we need to set aside our difference. It's the plan of the enemy. It's a distraction. It's a distraction so he can take us out. You know, he's using us to take each other out, rather. It doesn't make any sense. Because he knows if we're united, we can come together and defeat him, defeat evil. But no, he have us fighting each other. For what? For things that doesn't even really matter. Does not make any sense. None whatsoever. For us to be this divided. We're not that different from each other. We're not. You know, one skin color is a little darker than the other. That's not worth fighting about. That fear comes from the enemy. It doesn't come from God, because God does not give us a spirit of fear. That comes from the enemy. Prejudice, racism, sexism, that's all from the enemy. Because he wants us divided. He doesn't want us together. And we fall for it. We fall for it. And we know that because the word said we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. We wrestle not. It's the devil. It's Satan. And if you don't believe in him, you should, because he's real. He exists. It's him. He is him, the real enemy. He's the one that we should be fighting. He is the one. We don't need to be fighting each other. We don't need to be this divided. But we are. And we're going to get more divided, more and more in these last days. It's going to continue to happen. And it's unfortunate. It really is. And it should not be that way at all. Especially among those who call themselves Christians. You know, and I have to say this, I'm being honest. It's like, I think it was like during the last election. I mean, it was like so much. I mean, like people who say themselves Christian, the things that were coming out of their mouths, the things that they were saying, it's like, whoa, really? I mean, it was to the point, I have to say it, that I was just even ashamed to be classified as a Christian. It's like, oh my gosh, you guys are making Christians look bad by the things that you're saying. And the way you're behaving, it just doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever. And you know, it's lukewarmness. That's what it is, being lukewarm. And we know what the word says about that. You know what God says about that? He said, I will spew you out of my mouth, being lukewarm. You know, you don't want that. It's like, it's so sad. It really, really is. When I just look at all the hatred and division that's going on in this world. It's, yeah, nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It just doesn't make any sense. That's just here. Just us here in the United States. Forget those right now in other countries. Just think about us here in the United States. We need to be more united. United. I mean, but we're not. Just too much division going on here. Oh, we don't like them, or it's crazy. It really, we are all made in the image of God. All of us are his children. We are called to love each other. Pray for each other. That's how we're supposed to be. You know, you say you're trying to get to heaven. There is no division like that in heaven. It does not exist. You know, it's not you can go to heaven and you got blacks on one side, whites on the other side, Latino, Muslim, or Democrats right here, Republicans right here. It's not going to be that way. It's not. So, but yeah, it's not good. It's really not. It's too much division down here. Like I said, it's a diversion of the enemy. He loves it. He loves it. He loves that we're fighting like this, that we don't get along. He loves it. You know, we're doing his job for him, attacking each other, killing each other, hating each other. It's ridiculous. It really is. You know, we have more in common than we realize, than we think. But anyway, yeah, let's try to get along. Let's try. I mean, just look within yourself. It's like everybody have their own little prejudice for whatever reason. Deal with it. Pray about it. Ask Lord to change you. Ask Him to change you. Become a new creature in Christ. Anyway, yeah, I just want to come by and just get that quick little message, about the things that's happening in the last day. It's gonna get worse. I know it is. Because He said these are just the beginning of sorrows. We're gonna become more and more divided. There's gonna be more and more talk of wars, rumors of wars, nations and races against one another. It's gonna continue to be so because it's a sin problem. It's sin. That's what it is, and it's going to continue to be this way until Christ returns. But yeah, He said, then they will deliver you out to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. And then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. It's happening. It is happening. There are people who are going around doing mean things to other people in the name of Christ. Yeah, in the name of Christ. Because they think they're doing a good thing. They're not. They're not. They really aren't. I mean, I've heard of situations like, I don't know if they do it. I don't think so much it happens anymore. I know a lot of people, I'm pro-life. And there are people who, when it comes to abortion, they used to blow up abortion clinics. They call themselves Christian. Why are you blowing up a clinic? That's not of God. How you know someone's not in there, they can end up getting hurt. That's not of God. So people going around, they're going to do crazy things like that, saying they're doing it in the name of Christ. No. You're doing what Satan will do. But yeah, it's just lawlessness. Because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. Yeah, and that is what's happening. The love of many is growing cold. Loveless and lawless. That is what's happening in this nation, in this country, in this world. Loveless, growing cold. But he who endures to the end shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as a witness to all the nations, and then the end will come. Yeah, the end will come when the gospel of the kingdom is preached in all of the world. But anyway, yeah, it says the love of many is going to grow cold. And we know that's happening already. There's a lot of cold, heartless people out there doing a lot of horrible and terrible things in this world. There really are. So yeah, the things that's happening, it is no surprise. But what has been surprising to me is like when people who call themselves Christian are doing a lot of these horrible things. That, you're not a Christian. I'm just saying, if that's how you're not a Christian, you're really not. No. Hypocrite, yes. Christian, no. Because followers of Christ do not behave that way. Yeah. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm just being true. That's not of God. You're called to a higher standard. You are to be a light to the world. A light. Not darkness. You're supposed to be a light. When you say you believe in Christ and you're a follower of His, you're supposed to be like a light. You're supposed to represent Him. You don't fight over political parties or this person, you don't want that person here or whatever. No, that's not of God. That's not from Him. That's of the devil. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to just come and just have this discussion with you. Like, we need to do better. We need to do better. We know that the love of many is going to grow cold. That doesn't mean that we have to be like the rest of the world. No, we don't have to be like that. We have to set an example. Set an example, But anyway, I don't want this video to be too long. I just want to just come and talk to you about the things that are happening in this world, the things that are happening now. War, rumors of war, and the fighting, the division, and we know that it's going to continue to get worse. But it says, he who endures to the end will be saved. We have to endure. Don't get caught up in the craziness that is going on in this world. We have to endure. And walk with Christ, we have to get on that narrow road. Keep walking and endure that we may be saved. It's not going to be easy. It's not. It's really not. But we are overcomers. We can do all things through Christ. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm praying for you. And I hope and pray that this helps you some kind of way. Just think about it. Just think about it. Just pray and ask the Lord to show you, to reveal to you if there's something in you that needs to change. Is He pleased with the way you're living your life? Just ask Him. Because I see things in myself that I don't like, and I ask, help me to change. I don't want to be that person like this or like that. You see something in yourself that that's not right, that you don't like, change, ask for help, try to change, become a better person. We all can look at ourselves and be like, I don't like that about myself. I don't like that at all. Yeah, but anyway, thank you. And again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I have so many videos coming out, and I'm starting my giveaway soon. I don't want you to miss out. So share, like, comment, and welcome to the family, to all my new subscribers. Thank you so very much. And I pray that you guys have a great week, great night, whenever you're watching this. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you. I'm praying for you. And I thank you. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Alright? Remember, love each other. Look out for each other. Pray for your enemies, okay? Do better. Alright, it's been real. Thank you for your time and your attention. Be blessed.